Welcome back to Grand Adventure. I'm your host, Mark Guido, and this week we're doing the final big project that we have on our Durango since we bought it last year. We're going to upgrade our power inverter to a 3,000 watt Xantrex and have it power nearly the whole house. So stay tuned. Ever since we took delivery of our Durango fifth wheel back in October of 2020, we have been working to upgrade that thing into a true boondocking machine. Last year, we installed 600 watts of solar panels on the roof and replaced the 2 lead-acid wet cell batteries with 3 battle-born lithium iron phosphate batteries. But even with doing our own labor, the total build-out was going to cost us around $7,000, so we needed to stage the upgrade in phases. Earlier this spring, we doubled our solar to 1,200 watts on the roof, added a 4th lithium iron phosphate battery from Battleborn, and upgraded our cheap GoPower PWM solar controller to a Victron SmartSolar MPPT controller. Now, we're finally at the final phase. It's time to replace the 1,200 watt Xantrex inverter installed by KZ at the factory with a 3,000 watt Xantrex inverter-charger. Because the 1,200 watt inverter has a lower capacity, KZ wired it only to power one branch circuit in our RV. The circuit to all of our GFCI outlets. That left many outlets unpowered while on battery, along with the microwave. None of the power outlets in our bedroom or living room, for example, are hot unless we fire up the generator. And for us, the entire purpose of having solar and lithium is to not need the generator. I was limited in where I could set up my office based on where GFCI outlets are located. So instead, we're going to run one leg of our incoming shore power through the new inverter before it reaches our main service panel. That means that the left half of our circuit panel will have power while boondocking, while the right half will not. We'll place both air conditioners, the electric water heater, and our electric fireplace on the right half, the things that I don't want to run off our batteries anyway, and everything else on the left half for power from our inverter. The electric water heater doesn't matter because of course we can run it off gas too, so the only things not available off the inverter will be the air conditioners and the fireplace. The Xantrex Freedom Pro XC has a built-in 50 amp transfer switch that will automatically turn on the inverter when no shore power is detected and turn it off when plugged into shore power. That transfer takes place in only 10 milliseconds, so no devices being powered will even notice the change. I'm comfortable working with 12 volt, but 50 amp 120 volt service is above my pay grade. My longtime friend Dale is accustomed to working with AC current up to 480 volts, so he's here to help and also to make sure that I don't do anything stupid. The new Xantrex unit is also an inverter-charger rather than just an inverter, so it will also take the place of our power converter, which we'll remove. While plugged in, the new Xantrex will send up to 150 amps of charging current to our battery bank. I've stuck with Xantrex because the new unit will still work with the remote control and display mounted in the wall of our RV. Switching over to Victron, for example, would require a different display, costing around $500. That would require a different size hole in the wall. With the new inverter charger installed and the old inverter and converter removed, all that's left to do is swap our circuit breakers to put the items we want on the inverter on the left side of the panel and the breakers for the items we don't want on the inverter on the panel's right side. Beep that out. So now it's time to give the system a test. It's not the best day for producing solar. We've got some high clouds that are filtering the sunshine. However, let's go outside. Let's turn off the power at the pedestal and run strictly off our batteries and inverter. And the test is an overwhelming success. I have all manner of lights on right now, both 12 volt and 110 volt. I have these table lamps on here in the RV, along with virtually every 12 volt light that we have on. I've got outdoor lights, string lights, awning lights. I have made myself a pot of coffee. I have warmed up my coffee in the microwave. I have 2 televisions running. I have a laptop running. I have a VoIP desk phone that gets its power over a PoE injector. I have everything I could possibly want running, and despite that, the solar's not even struggling to keep the batteries right at 100%. They haven't dipped below 100% in the last few hours that I've been turning stuff on, turning stuff off, and trying everything electrical in the RV. So our boondocking experience is now going to be nearly identical to being on shore power. So we are super excited to hit the road. We're just about ready to leave Salt Lake City and head back out across the country for our spring, summer, and fall travel season here at Grand Adventure. So if you're not yet a Grand Adventurer, now is the time. Go smash that little red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and ring that notification bell to be sure that you never miss a Grand Adventure each and every Wednesday. We'd be honored if you shared the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. It's extremely important to us though. If you like this video, please be sure to give us a big thumbs up down below. And while you're down below, you'll find the comment section, and we always love to hear from you after each episode. So until next week, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.